what's the word, y'all? So I was doing some chilling, birthday tomorrow, but I really don't have too much going, just taking care of business. But follow my boy on YouTube. His name is Shiny Dragonite 149. He really brought something to my attention. And it goes back to Drake and the Family Matters video. It's something that I didn't quite catch, that I wasn't aware of, but he brought it to my attention. I did a little bit more research on it, and it's crazy. The video got crazier. Now, y'all know, if you know me, y'all know I feel like that's the best song in the beef, but aside from that, it just got even crazier to me as it was something that was revealed, and it's like the dots are connecting. So, sit back, relax, get your popcorn, and we're going to take a dive into where we're going with this. As many of you may know, unless you've been living under a rock, Family Matters is a diss track that Drake was aiming at many different people. Mainly people talk about Kendrick Lamar, but it was also at Rick Ross, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Future, somewhat, and Metro Boomin. I think that was it. As far as the mainstream part. But there's also one in particular, I guess if you want to count Rihanna, not really so much, that ties into A$AP Rocky, but there was one in particular that was actually getting dissed in the song that a lot of people didn't know about, and you probably wouldn't. You probably never heard of him. His name is Sizzlack. Sizzlack is from the 6, like Drake. In fact, he even has a song dissing Drake called Realest from the 6.
We the realest in the 6, 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 in the 6.
And in fact, this is where we're about to take a deep dive into. So in Family Matters, you guys will remember Kendrick Lamar said this.
I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint.
And then Drake responded with this.
Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. I mean, it's true, a nigga slimy for my AP. Just like how Metro nigga slimy for his main squeeze.
See, Kendrick and Drake both have a language where they can say things where only themselves will know exactly what they're talking about. So when people say things like, oh, Kendrick never mentioned at Billy Bobby Brown and all that, Kendrick has made hint references about it, and without saying it, which would make Drake respond to it. And there's things Drake will say and vice versa, well, Kendrick will respond to. And that's just pretty much what was going on here. So they basically had said these things, and this is where it takes you back to. So in 2009, Drake was robbed at gunpoint. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to come back to that. But then you fast forward to 2016. This was in Toronto. You fast forward to 2016. Sizzlack dropped the music video. We're going to get to the music video too, where he dissed Drake. So with him dissing Drake in the music video, saying that he's the realest in the 6, 2 days after that, he was gunned down. And that's exactly why we are here right now. Now, this ain't no police work or none of that. There's no telling. Drake and all this stuff been going on for years. That's Canada business over there. No telling who had anything to do with it. It's just, but when you got ops in your city and your locations are being seen, wouldn't be hard to believe, should I say, actually, that you end up getting gunned down. And like I said, that's what I'm going to go back to in a second. Now, the killers that were caught robbed Drake at gunpoint and took off. Peep these bars by Kendrick Lamar.
I be a New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody.
Notice he said dip sauce and blammy. Blammy is another word for gun. Dip, as you know, is another word for run. Hence, when I say these guys have a hidden language, only they understand. It's worth noting that this is where he shot his last video, Realest in the 6, that was dissing Drake. Check this out. Check out the scenery. Does that look familiar to you at all? Let's fast forward to Family Matters. Notice in Euphoria, I told you that spot was mentioned up. That ended up being the video in Kendrick Lamar and Drake's Family Matters. Now, y'all know the whole...
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
There's a mole in the OVO, which I'm starting to believe was true. There was a mole in the OVO camp, you know, trying to give Drake the quote-unquote warning about the song and all that, and the line Family Matters he mentioned in Not Like Us, which it's possible he could have went back and changed some lines to throw in that Not Like Family Matters line and Not Like Us, or it could have been the mole thing. He could have already knew about it, as we're discussing now. So him already allegedly knowing about the video, this is where he was able to, you know, say what he could say and mention Family Matters and all that, because he knew because allegedly somebody told him already, which it could have been, at this point, it could have been UMG with what's going on, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. But that whole thing, the whole Family Matters, the video, the New Ho King and all that, Drake throwing it right there. Now we're going to go a little bit more depth into details. Now this happened in 2016, right? Notice the owner right here. He has a red OVO shirt. That shirt came out in 2016. That's a 2016 OVO shirt. Now he has the chains. We know this for real chains and this, that, and the third. He started off with the G Unit piece. You notice in Sizzlack video, for the thumbnail, he has a chain. Allegedly, I don't know if that's the one he stole from Drake, but allegedly, he has a chain. Drake has it with the G Unit chain, but in all actuality, we all know that's a mockery of Sizzlack with the chain, because he went to the same location. Same thing's been referenced. Same table, damn near, just with food on there, and obviously quality is much better now today. Table was a little bit more clear on his, but now the table is full. Now look more at the owner. Notice he has the shades and he's looking up at the sky. When someone is gone or passed away, what do people do? They tend to point up or tend to look up, right? This could all just be coincidental, but I don't know. Knowing how dark Drake is, this is absolutely crazy when I really sat down and looked at all of this. Like the whole details, the whole shirt coming out the same year he got killed, him looking up at the sky, looking up as if somebody was there. I mean, all of it. It's just absolutely crazy. The whole chain reference. I mean, this is just diabolical. Like, this is something that went over a lot of people's head, because you're not thinking about it. You're thinking about the artist, and a lot of people didn't even know who Sizzlack is. You're thinking about the artist. I didn't even know who he is. About a week ago, I didn't even know who this guy was. So about a week ago, you know, when it was brought to my attention or whatever around that time. But I gotta say, this is absolutely crazy. Man, could this just be coincidental, or you know, coincidentally, an insane reach? Or this is just absolutely crazy. Like, I don't know, man. But let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think this was intended, or did it just so happen to be coincidental?